Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's the DVO Show, and I am in the DVO studio, and I'm here with my good friend Jay. How you doing, Jay?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing awesome. Glad you were able to come down today. We just got out of Thanksgiving. How was your guys' Thanksgiving?
It was nice. I had two.
You had two?
Ones. I had a Mexican one and a really American one. So it was nice. It was
Tell,
nice.
tell me what's a Mexican Thanksgiving.
Pozole and tamales.
Okay, all right. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
there's no
turkey
turkey.
tamales?
No.
That'd be good.
There was no turkey involved whatsoever.
I think turkey tamales is a good idea. That's just me
I mean, we could. We need to talk to the grandmas. That's who you need to let know.
Oh, that's
the
true.
grandmas. You need to tell the grandmas, hey, you need to start switching the turkey for the pork.
That's a good point. My Thanksgiving was good. Funny story. My wife, she's Hispanic. Her friends, they wanted to do a Friendsgiving and do the traditional Thanksgiving.
And it didn't work out.
It did not work out. No, they bombed it. Like, they ruined everything. And so she just said, you know what? They still do their Friendsgiving, but they do it. Yeah, they do the traditional style of Mexican food.
Yeah, and that's it.
But then we go back to my parents' house and we do the traditional Thanksgiving there.
So both of my Friendsgivings actually worked out. So I had two family ones and two Friendsgiving ones, and both of them were actually pretty good. Actually, the Friendsgiving one of the second ones was late. I was surprised. I was like, how did we accomplish this, guys? Like, how did this work? But it actually worked out. It was really good.
That's good. So I wanted you to come down today because I want to talk about something, and it was on one of your recent YouTube videos. I'm subscribed to your YouTube. You put out some rap videos. You've been rapping, putting out some music videos, trying to. I mean, I like it. Sounds great. What is your YouTube channel?
It's a good question. I believe it's just J Angelo.
J Angelo.
Zavala. Yeah.
And so why I want to bring you on here is because on one of your YouTube videos, you were talking about, which I already knew about, was one of your transformations you're going through as a person. So I want to talk about that here because it is taboo. I find it very interesting. And what it is when I first met you, you were Jessica.
Yeah.
Now you're Jay.
Yeah, J Angelo. Yep.
J Angelo. J for short.
J for short.
J Angelo.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Well, because when we met, it was about just over a year ago.
That's true, yeah.
And you were Jessica.
Yeah.
And you were a lesbian.
Yeah. At that point, yeah.
At that point. And then what happened? Like, mentally wise?
So, it actually takes back to about 3 years before that.
Okay.
When you met me, that I actually started looking into it.
All right.
Into just doing my own research about what it was. Am I really a lesbian or am I what I'm turning into right now, which would be a male? And I've even questioned because I do have a lesbian cousin, and I ask her all the time, "Hey, cousin, would you ever want a dick?" She says, "No, what the hell?" But if you ask me that question, I'd be like, "Yeah, give me one." So you see the difference. She would consider herself.
Let me ask you about that. Yes, you want one, or yes, that sounds interesting at that time, 3 years ago.
Oh no, that's something I've always wanted.
Okay.
That's something can 100% tell you. That's the one thing I feel like I've missed. Like, where's mine?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody shorted me here.
Interesting. All right. So that kind of revelation came to you.
Yeah.
And did you kind of keep that secret for a while?
I wanted to know it wasn't that I was keeping it a secret.
Okay.
It's more that I wanted to find out for myself first. Like, why bring it out to anybody or even let somebody know that I'm wondering about it if I don't even know if it's right for myself. So it took about 3 years before I finally was like, hey, it's time. And then that's when I actually started involving doctors, and I did have to see a psychiatrist. You have to take all these steps to verify that it is the right choice from you. Because if they don't think it's the right thing, they will not let you proceed. There's a lot of people that just from one day to another, they're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then like a week later, they're taking it back. Okay. And this is something that can't be taken back. Okay. So it's a big choice.
Because you were very openly gay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a surprise.
No,
no. It's very open, or it's tatted on you.
Yeah, it is.
So if you're watching the YouTube channel, you'll see.
Yeah.
Now how relevant are those tattoos now, though?
Actually, a girl seen it the other day. Okay. And she said, "Oh, I love your tattoo. Way to support." Little did she know that was me like a year ago, because I do have the little girl, the two girl symbols, and so she thought I was just supporting But in my head, I'm like, little did she know.
Did she think you were male?
Yeah, she did.
Ah, okay.
Full on.
Because so. would you classify yourself as like the butch lesbian?
I used to call it dyke. Some
okay.
people don't like that term. Personally, I didn't care. Like, I would see myself as a dyke.
Okay.
But yeah, it depends on who you are, I guess.
Because you always had short. Ever since I've known you, had short hair.
Always short hair.
Your style was more tomboyish. I guess
it was more manly. Point blank. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever been any type of girly except for like my quinceañera, and that was about it.
Oh, did you have a quinceañera?
I had a quinceañera.
Did you have long hair?
Yeah, I did.
Did you really?
I did.
What color was your dress?
It was white with burgundy.
That's awesome.
It was a dope party. That's all I cared about.
Were you like? Did you want a quinceañera?
All I seen was free party, and if I have to suffer and wear a dress, I am down.
Was that like the last time you wore a dress too?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the last time I wore a dress.
So I want to know kind of how your family, like, did your family know at that time? Did you know at that time? 15. That's quinceañera. You're 15 years old. Did you know at that time?
So I didn't even know what a lesbian was until I believe 9th grade. I seen my first pair of lesbians, and I was like, "Whoa, what is that?" And then after that, I believe it was 10th grade when I started liking the first girl I started ever liking. And yeah, that would have been 10th grade. And then after that, when I came out to all my friends, because that's what I came out to first.
What grade?
That was 10th grade.
Okay.
10th grade.
So
or the summer between 9th and 10th. It was the actual summer.
So it was like, for Utah, it's like a transition from middle school to high school.
Yes.
Okay, so you told all your friends.
Yep.
Were they like, shocker?
No, they were like, no. They were actually the complete opposite. They were like, we kind of already figured. Yeah, right. We were just waiting for you to tell us. And I was kind of like, well, thanks for letting me know. Because I didn't know. So thank you.
So, at a young age, were you like having feelings towards, or like an attraction towards women?
Not younger.
Okay.
I don't really think I cared about dating.
Got it.
I think I cared more about being reckless.
Okay.
That was fun. Yeah. That relationship thing didn't. That's more like, I feel like now in this generation, they go to dating so fast.
Oh yeah.
I feel like back in the day we actually did shit.
Yeah.
Like we went, climbed trees, set things on fire, like caught ants on fire with a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Like, we did stuff. You didn't really care about wanting to date. Nowadays, kids don't do none of those things. So the only thing on their mind is their phone, technology, and you want to be my boyfriend. Like, you know what I mean?
It's scary, actually. I have a 14-year-old, almost 15-year-old. It's scary. Like, I make her turn her phone in every night. Like, I gotta check that phone.
I need to put it. You're lucky, man.
I'm keeping tabs. I was there. Tabs. So between 9th and 10th grade, you come out to your friends. They're like, yeah, obviously. Then you come up to your family soon after?
Yeah, more so, I believe. Like my cousins, my sisters, my elder family members. It took a while. My parents definitely took a while. They were like the last ones to know.
All right.
And that didn't go so well.
Do you mind talking about that a little bit?
I mean, point blank, they're old school.
Sure, yeah.
They didn't understand it. It took them about, I believe, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, about almost a good 5 years till they came around.
Oh, really?
I was out of the house from, I believe, 16 till about 20. That's when I moved back. And it was we just didn't understand each other at that point. They didn't know very much about it. Now, after that point, then they actually started meeting some of my girlfriends. They were more open to it. Two other cousins of mine came out at that point, so it was more like a little bit more accepting too.
Okay, and amongst the whole family.
Yeah, I was the first one to come out in, I believe, our whole bloodline.
Okay.
So that's why too it was difficult, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's ever came out. Like, I was the first one to ever come out, point blank, in both my mother and my father's side. I'm sure maybe somewhere down the line, somewhere in the past, but they probably just weren't open about it, and they probably hid it and never told anybody. Yeah. Just because of how the past was. But I can guarantee you I'm the only one that's came out first on both sides of my family. Now on my dad's side, I do have two other ones, which I was telling you that I do have a cousin that's lesbian. And see, she's a lesbian. She's not. At the end of the day, I'm trans at this point. So yeah.
So crazy. When did the ink start? Because you're inked up.
Oh, that started when I was 16. For my birthday, I got my first tattoo when I was 16.
Okay, what was it?
Hawaiian flower.
Why?
Because I don't know. I just wanted to.
I mean, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they are. And then from there, I just got my ankles covered. because I had to wear tube socks because they couldn't know I had tattoos.
Okay.
And then after that, it just started up from there. I used to live with a guy that used to tattoo, and he wanted to practice, and I was like, by all means, go for it.
Really?
Yeah, and his dad was in prison, so he'd send a lot of art out, and that's why I'd be getting tattooed.
Is there any that you hate now, or you really wish you didn't get?
It's not that I hate them. I just wish I could get them finished to look better.
Oh, okay. Finish them.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of unfinished ones, and that's probably the biggest thing is that they're just unfinished. I don't care. They're my past.
Okay.
And, clearly, if I had no past, I wouldn't be who I am today. So
True. Is there one that you love that you just sometimes catch yourself staring at it sometimes?
To be honest, probably all of them. Then,
Yeah?
there's
Just admire 'em.
I have a lot of girls tattooed on me, like in general. They're not anybody, but it's just sometimes I look at them like, it's so weird how they do make you look realistic.
Interesting. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes
yeah.
it's just like, like you do look like a chick sometimes.
All right.
I mean, they talk to you sometimes. I'm not gonna say on what, but they talk to you when you're on certain things.
Okay. All right.
But it gets cool.
So all right. So now you decide. Okay, I'm gonna make this transformation. What was the big deciding factor for you to say, okay, yeah, I want to become a male?
I think I just finally got tired of not being who I was.
Okay.
And
Like you just felt different. Like you just didn't feel like yourself. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of people I technically at that point they just consider you as a lesbian, and then it's like something just doesn't feel right. It doesn't sit right with you. It's like it's kind of hard to explain, I guess. But
did you identify as a lesbian then?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's like that's what it was.
Okay.
At that point, now I guess I do. It's I just don't even see it as trans anymore. I just see it like, I'm a guy. Like, but if you break it down to the step, yeah, I'm trans at that point. But it's like in my eyes, it's just like if I've always had that mentality of being a guy, then to me, I'm just a guy.
Okay.
So one of the biggest things that has been crazy though. So I have started using the guys' bathroom now.
Oh,
By
yeah?
the way, you guys are boring.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
So you go into a girl's bathroom and you're gonna come out with lifelong friends.
Oh.
Okay, you got lifelong friends. You got them on Snap. You gotta help the girl that just ate shit over there because she just slipped and fell on the toilet. There's selfies going on. Everybody's just friendly talking.
Okay.
And the guys just stare at a wall and don't speak.
Yeah.
And
it's in and out.
It's in and out. And girls are in there about for like a half an hour. We're becoming friends, taking selfies. So it's different. It's a huge change. I do miss it. That's the one thing I miss. You get good friends in there. Now I know it's just in and out. Don't talk. Don't look. Just go.
Okay, I want to elaborate. Your first time, what made you say, okay, now I'm going to go in the men's?
So that actually was because I started new jobs, and since they already see me as J. Angelo, they do not see me, other than legally, because I'm still going through the process of getting everything changed legally. Within the systems, I'm still Jessica, but as
Jessica female.
Yeah, but as a person, as they know me, as they met me at both jobs, they know me as J. Angelo and they know me as male. Okay. So I didn't want to throw it off by using the guys or the girls' bathroom, and then out of nowhere, a month later, I'm using the guys' bathroom. So I think it'd be easier for everybody around me and myself too to just start off like that. So I did. Okay. I just started using the guys' bathroom at both places that I'm at.
So how did it feel when you went in the first time? Were you like kind of?
Well, first off, I was like, "Is there a stall available?" And second off, y'all don't care. Y'all just let it go. So I was like, okay, I can get used to this.
All right, so I hope I don't gross anyone out or offend you, but so when you have to still use the stall.
I do. I still have to use the stall. I was wanting to prank a couple guys in there a couple times. I think about it to myself, like, what if I just like stared at them and like asked them, like, hey, I've never done this before. Can you show me how to do this? And like maybe put my leg up and like and see what would just their face. I think their faces would just be hilarious.
That would have been funny.
But it is my employment, so I didn't want to do that. But I've been wanting to so bad, like just like stare, because that's the main thing. Don't stare. Don't look at nobody. Just look at the wall.
Yeah,
and go.
You don't look to the left. You don't look to the right.
Just stare forward. And so a couple of times I wanted to so bad to just like go up to him, stare at him, and be like, how do you do that? I don't. It's my first time trying to use this. I'm not sure. But like I said, it's my employment, so I didn't want it. Yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
So that's one of the ones for sure.
So what does it take now to legally become a male and change your name for you?
So I'm at that point. I've gotten the go from my doctor and my therapist. They said that at this point, they wrote a letter stating that at this point I can.
Okay.
Now it's just I got to come up with $360 pretty much, set up a court date, go up against the judge, and the judge has to deem it. And once it's done and said, then I just have to get all my documents changed.
Oh, okay.
And so then my legal name will be my legal name will be J. Angelo, and okay. I will be male on all my documents.
Wow, sounds like a lot of work though too.
Yeah, I do have to go redo everything.
Driver's license,
passport, certificate, everything.
Yeah, that'd be a pain.
Social. So yeah, so it's something I'm prepping for. So hopefully that'll be done by December, because I do want to have it all set in stone by January. So as of me turning 27, it's gonna be just something completely different.
Okay. So how do the parents feel now?
They don't know.
Oh, they don't know about that.
They don't know. But the whole family knows.
Okay, so they're very fine about you being a lesbian.
It took them about 5 years to get there. Yeah.
Now you're like, okay, I'm still into chicks, but want to be a dude.
Well, I'm just seeing if they're gonna ask one day when I got a mustache, like, hey, why you got a mustache? And personally, I don't even know if they've noticed or not that my voice has been getting deeper. I don't know if they noticed or not. I don't know, to be honest.
So, I mean, I noticed your voice has gotten deeper. You just talked about growing a mustache. Mm-hmm. How is that possible at this point right now for you?
So I do have, I get testosterone shots once a week.
All right, so testosterone shots, where they shoot in the ass or what?
No, so I do it myself and I put it right into my stomach.
Oh, okay.
So I recently just barely started doing it myself.
So when did you start getting shots to begin with?
That was January 18th, and I remember that because it was the day before my mother's birthday, so I will always remember.
Okay, so it was a day before. Okay.
A day before my mom's birthday, 2018 was the first time I got my shot.
Okay, and I remember because we actually got together, I think the day or two after, because we were training together. Yeah, we were doing. So I remember you just got that done. So we did some business. So it's been January. So it's been 11 to...
Technically, it's about to be December around. Yeah. So it's about to be 12 months. It's been a year.
Getting close to 12 months.
Yeah.
So how often were you getting it at first?
It was every 2 weeks, and that was directly in the muscle. So it was kind of on my thigh.
Okay.
So kind of butt. Yeah, I guess you could say like the side of the butt.
Okay.
And then from there, we went to... it's called sub-Q. It hits you directly more than instead of through the muscle. And like I said, I do get it every once a week now instead of twice. I feel like it's a lot better because it actually stays more leveled. Before, when I was doing it once every 2 weeks, at the beginning of the 2 weeks, I'd feel it towards the end. I'd feel like crap.
Okay.
So it wouldn't. It fluctuated a lot. I'd go up and down, up and down. But now that I'm doing it every once a week, it's just staying consistent. So that's a lot better.
Okay, good.
A lot better.
Good. So right now you're doing it yourself, right in the stomach. It's only shots only.
It's only shots.
No pills, nothing. Okay.
Nope.
So right now, what transitions or differences have you noticed, and what still do you expect?
So I kept asking a bunch of guys, what do you think? Should I shave the little hairs I got going on or not? And a lot of them were giving me different answers. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I shaved it. I did have like a little peach fuzz going on.
Okay.
It was noticeable because when some people would be like, look, you kind of do, because I never had any facial hair. And so I did shave it. I don't know how it's going to come in or not.
All right.
Because I was getting, some dudes would be like, yeah, I did it. Others would be like, no, I just let it. So.
Okay.
I mean, you guys weren't helpful, so thanks.
Now, part of you, are you doing it to stay clean cut, or are you doing it to hide it still from your parents?
No, I'm trying to let that come in. Let that
that's how you want them to find out.
I mean, I do have top surgery, where they are removing my breasts and forming them into pecs. I have that January 11th, and
is it already happening natural with the shots? Is that already happening a little bit?
So, that has nothing to do with it. So we all have the muscle underneath.
Yeah.
The only difference is that females have clearly the boobs because we feed through that.
Fatty or tissue on top.
And because that's where the milk comes from. And men, since they don't have that, it's just flat. And so it's just the muscle that makes it look like that. So they're the only thing I'm doing to help that is just pretty much going to the gym and working that muscle out so that it looks like a pec. And then they're just
push-ups on.
Exactly. And I mean, they just remove it clearly. What's the little circle that's around our nipples?
Areola.
So females is bigger than men's.
Okay.
So they actually are going to cut that completely off and make it smaller, because men's are smaller. Yeah, so I will have no feeling whatsoever in that. So I'm definitely getting those pierced. You better believe.
Oh, are you? You getting barbells or what?
Yeah, some. I gotta get something going on.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're gonna go. I'm getting that done in January, and so I'll probably give it a while to heal and probably start showing progress pictures within maybe like 2 months after.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So and I'm gonna tell my parents probably a week or two before that, just because how am I gonna hide that? So it's coming. I'm preparing myself mostly because I might need to catch my mom.
Are you kind of scared about the surgery in January?
No. Oh hell no.
Okay.
I think I've gone through too much shit in life to be scared of a surgery.
Because they're mostly gonna take out just a lot of the fatty tissue and then obviously make
it's
your
like somebody just
smaller.
getting a boob reduction.
Okay.
That's all I'm seeing it as. It's or like girls that go get bigger breasts. It's the same thing. It's the same type of surgery.
I think the part that was up there got to basically cut your areola.
Yeah, I'm gonna be knocked out. So so I can't shower because they said if the water is rough enough, it will just flick it off.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so that's interesting.
Because I've had so many injuries. When I hear other injuries, I just get like these chills.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm like I've had so many injuries too that I'm at that point where it's just like I don't care. Okay. It's just another thing.
That's good.
It's just
a good mentality to have.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. So that's January.
Yes.
So you're getting a surgery on the top, January. Are you planning on getting any surgery down below?
I kind of want to wait. I feel like that's just been new. I feel like I want to wait and see how science evolves with that.
Okay.
I want to see, the outcomes of it. We really haven't had people where they've had it for too long. And by too long, I mean like a time of maybe 5 or more years where they actually see how it works within that time. And, giving
that's
it the right time of healing, does it really work? Is there effects down the line? Because my top, that's, like I said, it's just like a breast reduction.
Yeah.
That's nothing major. It's like somebody getting,
It does sound simple enough.
Yeah, that's simple. I mean, I really don't care about that one. The bottom is a lot more complicated, and a lot of things can go wrong with that part.
Okay.
So, at this point, I kind of just want to wait on that and see how science goes with it, and if it works out, then, and we... Like I said, in the time of 5 years or so, if they're still seeing good results, people that have been getting it is still good, and it's working properly and how it's supposed to, then cool. Maybe I'll start looking into that. But as of right now, I'm not really too interested in that right now, just because, like I said, I don't know very much about it. So I do like to do my research on things before I hop into it.
Gotcha. So the last 12 months, this whole transition has been happening. Mm-hmm. Has it had a big effect on your love life?
Well, guys are kind of ruthless when it comes to dating and stuff. Like
okay.
That. Well, I don't know, because girls nowadays be getting crazy. They just don't care. They be the biggest pimps nowadays. I kind of do. I feel like I don't get attached. Well, I mean, I haven't really tried either.
Okay.
I kind of feel like I'm just focusing on myself.
Okay.
To be honest.
That's good. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I feel like I'm in that point in my life where I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row.
I think you should, actually. I mean, I know you personally.
Yeah.
From kind of what you've had gone in the last year with the transition, I think that's actually a good move.
Yeah,
for you.
and at this point, like I said, I'm just trying to do me right now. If somebody comes in and then they do, and it's something that I have to be upfront with them.
Okay.
I might fool them at first, and they might think I'm not, but clearly I don't have the full package yet, so I have to let them know. I do come equipped though, so I'm not worried.
You're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready, but it's nothing I can't handle. But at the same time, it's I just I'm just focusing on myself right now. I have noticed though that if I feel like that a person, whether I like them or not, and I feel like if they're just not on the same level, I don't waste my time on it before I feel like I would. There was a lot more emotion. I feel like definitely would get more emotionally. Now I'm just kind of like just shrug it off and keep going.
All right.
So yeah, definitely see a lot of more motivation going with it too.
So what would you say if someone, if they were kind of in your shoes a long time ago, where they're not sure, right? They're wondering, wait, am I just gay, or do I really want to be the opposite sex?
So like at the beginning, like I told you, I did do my research. I actually lied. I have 3 cousins that came out. So I have 2 that are lesbian. I have one that's more like a tomboyish, and then I have one that's lipstick, and that's where both of the girls, for instance, like wearing high heels and like really girly. So I have one of them, and then I have one of my other cousins that she's not super dykey, but she still likes wearing, she doesn't look too feminine.
Okay.
But she still has her long hair. So, there's different kinds for sure.
Yeah.
And questions I would always ask them before even making my decision is, would you guys ever want a dick.
Okay.
Like, how do you guys see yourself? Do you guys see yourself as girlfriend and girlfriend, or do you guys if you guys were to get married, do you see yourselves as wives and wives, or would one of you be the male? And the response I got was, no, that's my girlfriend and I'm her girlfriend. With me, it was always I'm your boyfriend.
Yeah.
So you could just see point blank the different mentality from the get go. So that's one of the biggest things where I was like, hey, so maybe that's just not me. You know, like I still like girls, but maybe
you don't want to be a girl anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that brings up another question for me. So your past relationships, you're like, hey, this is my girlfriend. Would they introduce you as their boyfriend or girlfriend? Or would you have preferred? What was?
I would. My last one, which was super long, I would prefer boyfriend.
Okay.
I would always say, I'd want to be your husband, not your wife.
Yeah. Okay.
Type of thing. The ones before that, I really didn't know very much about that because I was younger. Like I said, this last one was 5 years, so I did not know any of this back then. Now it's been almost 6 years since that, so it's what I've learned now. So back then, I could definitely tell you, they would just refer to me as that's my girlfriend.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that's because that's what I knew. Like I said, that's what I knew I was. I was a lesbian at that time.
Yeah.
So
if someone said, okay, yeah, I've answered those questions, I do want to change, what would be some of the first steps you'd tell them to do? Sounds like I got the impression that legally they have to see a psychiatrist.
They do.
Okay.
They do. I'd really do some soul searching on that. Like I said, I did about 3 years of research before I even tried talking to a doctor.
Good point.
I'd seen a lot of YouTube videos of people that are transitioning. Is this what I want for myself? And the more I thought about it, like I can have my own beard, like mustache, like my voice is actually going to be deep, like I'm actually going to look like what I've always wanted myself to look like and thought of myself as looking. So if those things are things that are like triggering you, like, yeah, that's what I want for myself, then I would, like I said, do your research. It took 3 years for me to get to that point.
Okay.
But after that, then start talking to a psychiatrist because they are going to evaluate your whole life. They're gonna start from childhood. How have you been your whole childhood? And I've always been a tomboy my whole childhood.
Yeah.
Always. If I could, I will always see myself as a dude, not a chick. So that's one of the biggest things there that they're gonna want to know about.
Got it.
So they go all the way to the back, not just recent.
Wow. Okay.
It does take a couple of times meeting them, and they want to make sure that it's right, and because like I said, it's something you can't go back on. The voice.
Good
You
point.
can stop taking the testosterone. Facial hair is still going to be there. Your voice won't go back.
Oh, interesting. That's good to know.
It won't change. So if, for instance, down the line, I have some craziness, I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. My voice will stay as deep as it is. Okay. That's something you cannot change back. Same thing when males go to female, their voice, there's not much they can do about their voice. Their voice kind of, they do get, hormones that get them to go, but it's harder to change the voice from a male to a female. Same thing. Once your voice is deep, there's not much they can do at that point.
Got it. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So in the last year, are you liking the changes you're seeing? Is it happening too fast, not fast enough, just right?
I'm patient, but I might have some things if I'm excited. I think it's more excitement.
Okay.
To see the results. I know it's going to take time. Like my doctor said, it doesn't matter how much I pump you with, it's still going to take its process and it's going to come as it comes.
Okay, because everyone's different, I guess.
Everybody's different.
All right.
So, some could be having a full beard by the first year. Some aren't going to have any. So it just depends. And
everyone's different, too.
Everybody's different.
Like, I can actually grow more facial hair than my brother can.
Yeah, see, it's in general.
Too.
Every male's different when it comes to things like that. Anyway,
yeah.
So you got to remember the first 2 years you kind of are like pretty much going through puberty again. So you're going to have the mind of a 13-year-old. You're going to get hard. You're going to have morning wood, for sure. It's I bought Hot Wheels. Don't ask me why. Yeah. See, you know what I mean? Like certain things just start coming up.
Okay. So you got some Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I don't know why I seen them and I was like,
what did you play with when you were a kid? What did you play with? It's another good, interesting question, I think.
To be honest, I don't really remember. I was more of an outside kid.
Okay.
Bikes, doing dumb shit.
Okay. Got it.
And it's weird, though, because I did have dolls, but I didn't play with them. I just had them there.
Okay.
Like, you know
what I mean?
They
were purchased for you.
Yeah, they were purchased. I didn't buy them myself, but they were purchased for me. And then, my siblings would tear the heads off because after the Soldier movie, they were terrified. And I just found that out recently that that's why they tore the heads off, because of the Soldier movie from back in the day where the dolls were going crazy.
That's funny.
But now I know why they did that. I was just pissed because I'm that type of person that's like, if something I don't play with, like just keep it there, keep it
right.
nice, you know what I mean? And I didn't play with them, you know, like they were just there, kept nice. I mean, I guess once my sister came around, we would play at that point. And if we were girls, so that's the type of toys we got.
Okay.
I think it was about around 6th grade when I started wanting to wear, like, being able to decide what I could wear. And my dad would always go tell my mom, just let her get it. Just let her get it. You know, I'd want a boy sweater or something. Just let her, you know.
Do you think they knew back then?
No, they were shocked.
Okay.
It took them that long to come around to it. I don't think they never really thought it was
They
like
just
that.
thought you liked that style
better.
Okay.
Yeah, they thought, I think so.
They weren't, like, talking under their breath, like,
well, for the longest time ever, they just thought it was going to be a phase. And I'm like,
okay.
It's the longest phase I've ever gone through then.
Right.
Yeah, because with my dad, I did have a drunk talk. Well, he did most of the talking, but he kept telling me, you know, so it's just a phase. You're going to get married. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm going to get married one day, but I'm going to be that man in that wedding. I'm going to be getting married to a man. So, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, that's all the questions I have. Anything that you want to maybe have a closing message for anybody or anything you want to say for the end?
So, yeah. So, if you are considering this, I need to tell you something that, you know, don't be scared. There's going to be people out there that are going to judge, but they're going to judge you point blank. If you're a lesbian, but you think this is you, they're still judging you because you're a lesbian. At the end of the day, don't let what other people's opinions get to you. Don't be fearful of that because they're not happy with themselves. Don't let that be the reason that you're not happy with you. So that was the biggest thing that I had to decide to myself too is, am I scared? I know there's going to be backlash, whether it's from people I know or random people. And at this point, I'm at that point in my life where I don't care because you're not living my life. I'm living my life and I don't care. I'm happy for myself and I want to see myself happy and that's what I want. So I'm going to fight for it. If you have a problem, cool. Go tell it to the wall because I don't care. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to have an opinion of everything about what you're wearing, what you're driving, what you live in, where you work.
So true.
Why does it matter that they have an opinion like this? Don't let it get down. Don't let it get you down at that point. Like, just worry about yourself and your happiness. And if this is what's going to really make you happy, then do it.
I like that. It's a great way to close it out.
Yeah, it's don't be fearful. Like, you know, fear, it comes with anything, with change in your life, whether, you know, starting a new job, living a new lifestyle. Don't be scared, you know, because that's what fear is for. Because if you don't pass that fear, you're never going to know what's on the other side.
Good point.
So once you get past it, you're going to be open to a bunch of new doors.
I like that. I love that. And that goes with anything, right?
Yeah, that goes with anything.
However you're feeling, however you, like I said, if you want to dress differently, if you want, whatever you want to do, who cares what other people say?
Exactly.
Who cares? They're not happy with themselves. That's what you're saying.
Yep, exactly. You know what I mean? They need somebody to judge because they think that those things are what's going to make them happy. You know, they feed off of the negativity they put out into the world. And as I see it, what I put out into the world is what I receive back. So I don't bring people down. You know, if you're different, point blank. That's cool. Good for you. I'm happy. I hope you're happy. Same thing with me, you know. If people think different than me, then I feel sorry for you that you have that type of mentality.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry for those people that are around you and have to deal with that negativity. Because at the end of the day, what you put out into the world is what you're going to receive.
That's truth.
So, you know, just don't be scared and go out there and get it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome, Jay. Happy for you.
You already know, bro. We got this.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to another episode of the DVO Show. We'll catch you next time.
See you later.